Somebody said who is the best shooting guard in the draft?
In the draft,
guard in the draft.
Nice. Sonia Citron.
No.
She a three though, ain't she really a three?
Ain't no way.
But she could play the. You gotta realize these players could play multiple positions. Right. So if you ask who's the best one in the draft, is Sonia Citron. She's the top 3 or 4. I mean 2 or 3.
The best shooter the best shooter in the draft is AZ Fudd.
Ozzy Fudd.
Yeah.
Best shooter in the draft.
No. He didn't say who was the best shooter. He said shooting guard, just at their position, not the best shooter. He's saying shooting guard.
If you want to say somebody under 6 foot shooting guard, I would say probably Isaiah James.
Nah, hell no. She ain't no better. She ain't better than AZ Fudd.
Isaiah James, all right.
Are there no?
I like Isaiah James.
Hold on. In the top
sharpshooter.
In the top 10.
Y'all talking about when y'all talking about the ability to shoot the ball only. I'm talking about the position, right? Like the shooting guard. Isaiah James to me has more skills than Isaiah Fudd. No disrespect to Isaiah Fudd. I love Isaiah Fudd, and I think she's nice. And I think AZ Fudd, thank you. I think she's nice. But if we just talking about a player 101 at the park who like match up,
right?
The best shooting guard
is get a bucket.
Isaiah James.
Isaiah is she got that. She can get off the bounce. You know what I'm saying? AZ game ain't really like that.
So
you know what I'm saying? She
can. AZ nice too. She got it off the bounce too. But like what you said, I agree with you, AD. Isaiah more shifty. Like she
she way more shifty.
So in the top 10, there's no shooting guards in the top 10.
I mean, you could consider Tahina Pow shooting guard. She a point guard.
The mock drafts got Pow. Even though
you can consider Pow
than a 2. They list her more as a point than a 2.
Yeah. She's a combo guard. She could play both positions.
Mock drafts have Tahina Pow as the best shooter as far as in the top 10.
She is.
She's definitely the most efficient shooter. She's the most efficient.
I like the way she's improved her game or all around game. But you know what I said. Me and HD that she's too streaky. I don't like streaky shooters. And
it's hard to judge South Carolina players just because how she sliced their minutes up, man. She got the 10-player rotation.
Hold on, y'all. One at a time. I want to hear what everybody got to say.
What I'm saying. She's one of the top. She was 47% from 3 last year. She had the top percentage in the country last year.
Yeah, she not.
My thing is with her, the problem I have with her is her consistency hitting that 3. And 40, that sounds consistent, but she's too streaky for me because in big games, when Dawn Staley needed a big bucket, she didn't go to her. She went to Tournament Tessa Johnson. They call her Tournament Tessa for a reason because in the tournament last year, if it wasn't for Camilla, she would have won most outstanding player in the Final Four. Hands down. She would have won it if it wasn't for Camilla. Just losing her mind. Camilla just lost her mind last. She was crazy. That's why she went where she went in the draft. But if it wasn't for her, Tessa Johnson would have been Pow. However, with that being said, as Sis alluded to earlier, her all-around game has improved a lot. Her mid-range, the floater, she's penetrating more. She's a distributor. She plays defense. She's a whole lot better because last year she was just a shooter. Yeah. But for me, she was a streak shooter. In other words, y'all know what a streak shooter is. When they get hot, they can run off 6'5", 6 threes on you. But when they go cold, it's usually at the most inopportune times. And last year, she went kind of cold in the tournament, the SEC tournament, and in the NCAA tournament. She kind of went cool. She kind of cooled off. And Tessa Johnson had to take up that slack. So that's what I mean and that's what I love about AZ Fudd. AZ Fudd will shoot that thing and consistently. She ain't no streak shooter. She's
I filtered out the top 3-point shooters right now for guards that's coming into the draft this year, and I filtered it out. The top 3-point shooters is Nepkins from Utah. Gianna Nepkins from Utah. She's shooting.
Gianna Nepkins. I've been talking about her.
She's shooting 47%.
I've been trying to tell people about
her. And then you got Aaliyah Nye.
Yeah.
And then you got Olivia Miles. They both shooting 41%. Fudd is not on this list.
What about Madison Connor?
She's been hurt the most of the year.
Not even top 10.
Madison Connor, you talking about Shorty from TCU, right? Is it TCU?
Yeah, she's shooting.
Madison Connor from TCU.
She nice. I like her. I like her.
Madison Connor is number 9, and Nepkins is 7.
Spud ain't gonna be on that list because she been hurt. She been hurt and out. Spud not gonna be on that list.
So the top 3 is not even like people coming into the draft. Like they juniors. They juniors. They not even coming into the draft for real. You got UNI, somebody from UNI. She number 3. She a senior. She 5'9" though. That's more like a point guard.
Really quick side note. This is completely off topic, but I don't care because I want to give her some credit. Shout out to Michaela Blakes for dropping 53 the other day. I've been talking about these girls from Vanderbilt, Michaela Blakes, and fucking Camille Pierre. Yo, they I'm a fan. I love those girls right there.
Shout out to Shay Ralph, the head coach who used to play for Gino Auriemma and was his assistant for a few years. She got some rings on her hands as a player and as an assistant coach with UConn. So she's got Vanderbilt. And people forget Vanderbilt used to be a powerhouse under Jim Foster back in the day in the 90s. Because it was Tennessee and Vanderbilt. Those are the 2 best teams in that state. Vanderbilt used to be a powerhouse in college women's basketball. They just now coming back. Shout out to Shay Ralph.
Hey, really quickly too, for the people who just heard their names for the first time, Michaela Blakes is a freshman, and Camille Pierre is a sophomore. So they not even like they young, killing like this. Like,
bro,
so
that sophomore class is that's the class that's going to be compared to the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark class.
And the funny thing, Brass, last year I didn't even know who Camille Pierre is. This year she put her name with them. She like, oh, don't forget about me too.
Yeah. I mean, so the sophomore class is crazy, bro. Crazy.
You know who my girl is, Brooke.
Who?
Michaela Williams, 12 Island.
Hell yeah, Michaela Williams. Yes.
37.
Yes.
She 37.
Get you on that island, you cooked.
Yeah,
she needed all 37 of them points too.
They sure did. All of it. Yeah. I'll tell you, that sophomore class is crazy. Tessa Johnson, who I just mentioned, she's a sophomore.
Oh, she's a sophomore. She with the
people that's actually in the draft.
But
what'd you say?
She dragged you out
talking about people that's actually in the draft.
Oh, we was. I just wanted to talk.
Just a side note.
I wanted to talk about about the Vanderbilt girls. That's my fault.
Get back to the best shooter, like I said, is Madison Connor.
Madison Connor is she ranked
the best
right
shooter
under
in the draft.
No, she not. She ranked right under Neekins. Neekins is 7th and she 9th. I'm looking for the girls y'all saying AZ Fudd, and I'm looking for Pow Pow too.
Right, so here's the thing, because I study these girls.
Because she was hurt most of the season.
Here's the thing about
I put percentage. I ain't put how many shots they made. I put percentage.
But I'm thinking those statistics, you have to qualify a certain amount, right?
You got to shoot so many shots to be considered for certain. Yeah.
Exactly. And Madison Connor just set the NCAA record for the most 3-pointers made in a 10-game stretch, and she shot it at a 52%.
Is she a senior?
Yes.
Okay. But keep in mind.
Okay, so she's a senior, but like, is she like a top shooting guard? I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
Shooting guard.
Hold on. Real quick, y'all. Let me explain myself. I was reading what the person said in the chat, and I understood what they were saying. Technically, we don't have anybody to play the 2, and we don't even have a backup 2 at this point. So the person was asking, who's the best guard in this draft that's coming up right now, not in another year. In this draft, the best shooting guard. Hold on. Let me finish. That does not mean just best at shooting 3-pointers.
Right.
That would be obviously a great perk, and we do need to stretch the floor. We don't need a mid-range. I'm assuming we don't need a mid-range assassin like Kennedy, and that's why they went into a different direction. They want somebody who can shoot the 3 decently, but it does not need to just be that. They probably need to create their own shot, things of that nature. So who is the best shooting guard that's coming into this draft with that criteria?
To me, it's Sonia Citron.
Isaiah James. Yeah, so I mean, Sonia Citron. That's why I said her name first, because she could play the 2 or the 3. It'll be.
She got the defensive upside, so I think I would put her. My bad, bro. But I think I will put Sonia Citron a little bit ahead of Isaiah just because the defensive side for her. You know what I'm saying?
Only reason why I said Isaiah James' name is because it seemed like people wanted somebody who could only play the 2, right? Because I said Sonia Citron first, but people was like, "Oh, nah, can't she play the 3?" So I said if y'all want somebody who only plays the 2, Isaiah James is that person to me, because she does.
I love Citron at the 3. He can play a little bit of 3, Citron, because
that's what I'm saying. She could play the 2 or the 3.
Yeah,
she could play 2 or the 3.
6'1", 6'2" in the right shoe.
Exactly.
You shoot 37% from the 3, 45% from the field, and 93% from the free throw. She finna almost be a 40, 50, 90 player.
Who's that?
Sonia Citron.
Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure we on the same page.